Hey everyone, it's Rusif, the creator of JRealm. I wanted to give an update on the post I made in the Realm of the Mad God subreddit 2 days ago about the development. So I saw the number one request was to have Realm of the Mad God come back to the browser, and I heard you guys, and that is the plan. So what I wanted to do today was give you guys a teaser of the new web client for JRealm and go over a bit of gameplay. So this is hosted locally currently. I will deploy it to a VPS, assuming you guys like what you see here. But let's go ahead and dive in. So let's go ahead and start out with the night and dive right into it. Yep, so you can see this is structured pretty similarly to the existing Realm of the Mad God, where you spawn on the beach. They're lower tier enemies, and as you move inward, you'll encounter different terrain, different enemies, etc. So, but let's go back to where that dungeon dropped, because that's, obviously one of the bigger features here. Go ahead and dive in. That's actually a sub dungeon drop, so that'll take you one level deeper and increase the difficulty. I think I mentioned in a post that the dungeon system is graph based. So this initial dungeon I entered actually has enemies in it that can drop sub dungeons, which will let you progress pretty much as deep as you want to go and pursue as high of tier loot as you want to. Which I think was an interesting modification to the game loop, but obviously all that is up to change, or subject to change, depending on what you guys think of the game. So let's go ahead and just kind of run through, see if we can find the exit. Okay, it's not over here. Okay, I would assume that is the boss room. Oh, nope, it's down here. Okay. Alright, let's just get out of there. Alright, so let's go do a little more exploring. Maybe find a different dungeon drop. Obviously, there's not a ton of consideration given to balance right now. Like, every enemy has a chance to drop a stat potion, just because I want you guys to get online and be able to get maxed quickly, and just test the core features, which is more the dungeon and multiplayer stuff. So let's see if we can get another dungeon drop. I probably should have increased the spawn rate for the demo. That's the same one we were just in. Let's not redo that. Okay, so let's take this. It's a different dungeon, got some different enemies. Just kind of blaze through this one. Actually, yeah. So yeah, performance is pretty good. Movement's crisp. All right, here's the boss room. Let's just kind of get out of here. So the last thing to show obviously would be the vault or the save zone, or I guess what is equivalent to the current concept of the Nexus. That's accessed via pressing F1. That takes you to your nice safe vault, where there are no enemies and you can freely interact with your loot. And of course everything is saved and updated, so you're never going to lose any of the items you deposit in here. And that chest create item that was on the home screen of the login page, that's what this allows you to increase. So you can have up to 10. But yeah, back to the realm, and you can go into dungeons freely. There's no loading times. That was one of the things I wanted to eliminate, so it's all handled in memory, and I think that's a big improvement. But let's just go back up to the top, and I mean, outside of that, we've got all the abilities for warrior being speedy, etc. So yeah, I think that's where I'll leave the demo, and let me know what you guys think of the teaser. Looking forward to the feedback.